Hello friends, welcome to XTA, the Gold Trading Academy. Hope everyone is having a great weekend. Today we are going to do a pre-market analysis on gold. Before going to the session, I suggest you watch the pre-market analysis which was done on February 15, 2026. On February 16, 2026, I mentioned that gold is in a demand zone of 4,918 and from the range of 4,118, gold could reach up to 5,236 range. So when we posted the video, gold was at 5,042 and let's see what happened after 5,042. From the range of 5,042, which was a rejection range, market fell again to the demand zone of 4,914, where we already have mentioned this area, which is a support zone. Also, I have given a hidden point of interest, like from 4,759 to 4,655 range. So there were chances that market could reach at this range, but what we saw is from the current support zone of 4,914, market started moving up, where I already gave the signal in the group or the community, which is XTA, the X community. I already mentioned that there is a retail bullish breakout to the top, and there might be chances that it would reach up to 5,051 or 5,110. Let's see what happened after that. Market started moving up. So when market started moving up, I saw that there was a tiny retail liquidity which has been forming over here, where I mentioned in this second image in the X community itself. You can see that I just asked a question: is gold forming a tiny retail bullish pattern in the 2 hours time frame like this? Let's see how the 2 hours retail pattern works. Retail pattern is like the retailers would like to enter at this area and they'll take it as an entry point. So we took this as a retail liquidity zone. From here, gold again have traveled bullish to minimum 5,110 range. So in total, if we see, our team has generated a profit of almost 1,919 pips. And from the second entry zone, our team has generated a profit of around 1,000 pips. Now, what is going to happen next? Dear friends, as you know that market is currently in a rejection zone of 5,051 to 5,110. From this rejection zone, market has already taken multiple rejections like 1, 2, 3 and this almost 4 times the gold has taken rejection from this area. So what I believe is all the selling orders from this area has been taken almost. We cannot say 100%, but almost. Also, I see there are chances of some war which is happening. Some discussions are also happening in the internet, also in the Twitter if we see, or in the X if we see. We can see that lot of news regarding the war is happening. So we don't know what is going to happen next. If anything like war is happening in the coming week, there are chances that market would break the range of 5,110, take support from this area, and there are chances that market would go up to the range of 5,236 range. So I won't take an entry at 5,110 or in between 5,051. This range I won't take an entry. I would only take an entry if the market closes, if a candle closes in the 4 hours above the range of 5,110, and if it takes a support from the range of 5,103 or 5,110, I would take an entry to the top. Until then, I'll remain silent because we already have taken a great profit over here. Now, if any kind of news which is affecting gold is happening, or anything positive to the US dollar is happening, there are chances this area will act as a rejection zone again, and from here maybe the market could fall to the downside support area to 4,918 again. You shouldn't forget that there is always a hidden point of interest range at 4,759 to 4,655. But I am not telling that gold will reach here. For me, I go with the first option, which is this. But we can't be sure anytime. You know that, because no one can be sure about the market. This is my analysis and I feel that the market is bullish. But you need to always keep in mind that this is not an entry zone. If this breaks, then that's an entry zone. If it takes a rejection, maybe it might come down. You should be ready to face both, my dear friends. So, as mentioned in this chart, never forget the weekly time frame order block in between 4162 to 3887. Anything can happen. You need to always keep the zone in mind, and you need to do the needful in order to protect your capital. There is a chance or there is an order block here in the weekly time frame. But looking into the daily time frame and looking into the 4 hours time frame, for me, gold is ultra bullish. So keep the ranges in mind, my dear friends. So if this range breaks, for example, if the range of 5110 breaks above and if the candle closes, this range will become a green zone or a demand zone, where this rejection zone will act as a support and it would help the market to go further. Now, looking into the news of coming week, on Monday we don't see any kind of news. Also on Tuesday there is CB consumer confidence, where this news could affect gold. We can't say, but this is not a big news, but maybe there are chances. You should be careful while trading in this time frame. So on Wednesday we have a speech from Trump. I don't know what this person is going to speak. Now on the same day we have crude oil inventories, where there are chances that it can affect gold. So this time when Trump speaks and in the time of crude oil inventories, be safe, my dear friends. Do not overtrade, please. On Thursday you have initial jobless claim. Be very careful in the initial jobless claim. And on Friday we have a PPI. So these are the news for the upcoming week. So my dear friends, trade safe, trade by protecting your capital. You need to understand that market always rewards the consistency and not the excitement. Thank you so much. All the best.
We're making this alien great again.
I don't know, Donald. Zorp?
This is an interesting development.